Hey guys, Kev here, and I have an unboxing to do for you. I have a couple packages here. This one is a Apex pass-around knife that I have on loan, and this one I believe is a grand prize giveaway item for the 24-hour Knife Rights live stream thing. So I don't know if this is gonna post before or after. The grand prize is given away, so if that's already been done, I apologize. It's running through December 8th, and then we're going to do the giveaway, I think, on the 10th. So anyway, unboxing knife is the Pena X Series Apache Kickstop Edition, or whatever you want to call it. Love this knife, guys. One of my favorite new knives of 2021 came in at the very end. So this package is from Scott Gunn, who I believe, it says Scott Gunn. So I believe that's the guy behind Gunny Glide. I can't be sure if that's the same Scott Gunn, but I believe it is. So, which is really cool. So let's check out what's in here. Okay. And yes, it is definitely that Scott Gunn. There is a ton of gunny stuff in here. Okay, so we have Pax O Bellum Gunny Glide right here. This is a blue colored one. I thought it was clear. So this is like a purpley Gunny Glide. Interesting. Then we have Gunny Juice, which is different. I believe that's for sharpening, but I can't be certain. It says 3UM on it. We have more of the purple stuff. We have a ton of the purple stuff and a ton of this Gunny Juice, all different kinds. I mean, this is incredible. I need like a box to like pour it in. There's just so much. I mean, there's no address. I mean, it's just endless, guys. Just more and more coming out of here. We also have Gunny Glide in this color. So I don't know if there's different colors and kinds of Gunny Glide, just like there is different kinds and colors of KPL. So yeah, it just goes on and on. There's just more in here. So that is awesome. I mean, we have a huge donation of Gunny Glide products and Gunny Juice to the... I'm guessing this is for the Knife Rights thing. Nobody told me about this coming, but I'm guessing it was Red Wolf EDC who contacted Scott Gunn because they've been on a live stream together, and he must have asked him to send some stuff. And Scott sent a boatload of his stuff. So that's really cool. Big thank you to Scott Gunn for sending this. I will figure out how to divvy this up. We'll make sure some of it gets into every one of the packages. And we'll go from there. That's awesome. So thank you, Scott. Next up, I have the package for the Apex Pass Run group from... this is from Everyday City Carry, Ray. If you haven't checked out Ray's channel, go check it out on the YouTubes. He has a very unique style of review. He doesn't count himself as a knife guy, really. He's just kind of a dude who loves knives, and I don't know. But he has a really cool channel. Go check it out. So here's the knife. So this is a Wii knife. That's pretty much how I check out most of the Wii knives, is I get them through the pass around because I don't always want to spend my own money on them. Now, a lot of these that I've gotten, I've signed up for, like this I signed up for in the spring, I think, of 2021, and it's finally getting to me. I was like the last one on the list. Real quick, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper cream soda. I still don't have my taste and smell back from COVID. But I do get most of the flavor on this. It's interesting how it's coming back. So anyway, this is the Miscreant 3.0. It's a Brad Zinker design. It's a knife I've been very interested in. You get all your normal Wii stuff in here. I believe they stopped doing these pouches, though. All right. So this is a Brad Zinker design, like I said. I don't know if there was a Miscreant and a Miscreant 2.0 or anything, but I've always been fascinated with Brad Zinker designs just because, I don't know, I just always liked it. His FR flipper with Boker was one of the knives that I really, really liked early on when I started collecting. And I have a affinity to like a simple knife design. I like Ray Laconico, and I think Brad Zinker is very much like Ray Laconico, where his designs are very simplistic. It's just a knife, right? It's like a drop point with a handle. And this one's a little more over the top because it's got the speed holes and everything, but I don't know. This one is different. It's a very rectangular shape. You can tell here. It's a right-hand carry-only deep carry clip that goes past the butt end of the knife, so a lot of people will like that. The clip is actually not recessed, but the screws are. And my guess is for the money, it's kind of disappointing that they didn't recess the clip. I don't know how much this is, but I'm guessing it's around the $200 mark. The pivot is really weird. Now, this has been around a while in the pass around group, but you could see the Wii logo is just not in a really good orientation right there. It should be saying Wii knives or something, but it's kind of like crooked. I'm guessing the pivot has walked, but there's very minimal play, so I don't know what happened there. It does have a garaged stop pin. I don't know how well you can see that. I'll do a top down at some point on this knife. But there's a garaged stop pin, so when I open this knife, the stop pin will travel from there inside internally, and then it'll lock up, and then it'll seat itself back in here. I love that type of stop pin. It's definitely off center. You can see here it's off to the show side by quite a bit. But yet there was no play, so that's interesting. Excuse me. It does have that sort of new style of Wii pivot design where they use the pivot collar and then just a basic screw as the pivot screw. I may take this apart, like just the pivot, and try to reseat the pivot because it's definitely not in the correct orientation. You can see the pivot screw right there. The show side of it is sitting above the scale. I don't think it's supposed to do that. But anyway, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 speed holes. They are rather large. I don't like when they're this big because you can kind of fit your finger in there, and it's almost like, what if I got my finger in enough and then the blade closed and got me or whatever? I don't know. I like when speed holes are small. And then there's like 10 more speed holes or 8 more speed holes around it. And they're trying to disguise some of the screws as speed holes. And I don't know. It's just really, really busy, in my opinion. And I don't like it. I don't like how busy it is in person. In pictures, I thought it was really nice. But in person, it's a very busy design, which is abnormal for Brad Zinker. So I would have much preferred this knife if it just had the black handle. Like just a straight black handle, even in this shape, even though it's kind of weird. I think that would have worked better. But anyway, ergonomically, I can barely fit all 4 fingers on. So obviously I have a large glove-sized hand. And not obviously, but I do. And I can barely fit them on, but I can. You don't have a choil, but you can kind of use the flipper tab as a choil. You're not up, at least I'm not up on the blade edge, so I'm good. And then you have a classic Brad Zinker drop point design, almost a straight back design really on this one. There's your BZ maker's mark, and the action is very smooth on the close. Detent is dialed very well. I got to give WE some credit. Lately, I've been getting really good detents on their knives. There it goes. Drops. And there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's got a good flick to it. That was me. I blocked it. So you can fail it if you just try, obviously, but if you give it any sort of gas, it's a good detent. It flies out, it locks up. Definitely solid. It's not going to feel too strong at any point. Definitely does not feel light. Again, I don't like the speed holes because I'm just afraid that like my finger is going to be in there and I'm going to cut it or something. I know that's weird. When it's closed, it has a very rectangular look to it as well. The blade hides fully in the handle, which is really nice. There's just too many holes on this freaking thing. Look at all the holes on the front. Then you have all these holes on the back. There's holes on the clip. Like, I'm surprised there's not like 12 holes in the freaking blade. Yeah, this one's not for me, guys. Just way too much going on. It's just too busy, in my opinion. But anyway, it has good lock bar access. I like how they cut it out here. You get really solid access. You don't have to use like the corner of your thumb. You just push and it drops. If you want to go low enough, you can get past that flipper tab. It'll drop to there. Shake, close. Very nice. It does have a stonewash blade. Kind of looks like a bead blast. But it's kind of like in between. You can see there, it shakes really nice, closed. I don't feel any like grit or anything. Maybe a little bit. But I think that's the detent ball working a path. And again, there's something up with this pivot. It's just not right. I need to check it. There's a little spot on the blade. I believe Ray mentioned this in our Apex group. It's like a little bit of a sort of rust spot or something. I might try to just hit that with the rust eraser. So if you don't know, this is a rust eraser. You can get these on Amazon. And they work wonders on surface rust. You just give it a little bit, just like you would on a pencil or something, right? You can see there, that spot is now gone. Now I gotta see if that caused any issues with the finish. So I'm gonna take a rag, spray some alcohol on there, and rub down the blade. All right. So there you go. So that rust spot is gone. Pretty much fully gone at this point. You can see a little bit of that spot on there, but not much at all. So I got rid of that pretty easy with the rust eraser. I could probably use some Flitz polish and hit the whole blade with it real quick, and that should probably clear it up. I don't think it messed with the finish at all. I can see a little discoloration if I look at a certain angle, but otherwise, dead on. It just looks like the stonewash, and it looks fine. Size-wise, this is a Brad Zinkers. It's probably going to be about a 3-inch knife. Here's that Apache, which is, I believe, 2.7-ish. So you're looking at, probably a 3-inch blade, maybe just under 3 inches on the Miscreant here. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. That's the Miscreant 3 unboxing. I'll probably do the tabletop video and give you an up-close look and overview of it, and that'll probably be it. I don't think I'm going to do a full, 3-video process on this guy. I don't see myself wanting to carry this enough for that. It's another, WE knife, interesting design, really, but, just doesn't do anything for me personally. I wish the hole was in the blade and not all over the handles. You know, obviously it wouldn't work with the flush fit, but you know what I'm saying. Flipper only just doesn't do it for me anymore. Unless it's something unique like this Apache right here that I absolutely love. So, yeah, that's the Miscreant 3 from Wii. Shout out to the Apex group for sending this around. I'll do the other video on it. I'll get it wrapped up and I'll get it sent out to the next person, of course, in the next week or so. And big thank you to Scott Gunn for sending all of that Gunny Glide, Gunny Juice, whatever else is in there. It's amazing, dude. Thank you for sending so much for the 24-hour live stream grand prize. So, absolutely love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later. All right, so real quick, apologies to Wee Knife, Seth, and Blade Banter over at the Apex group. I had to take a bit driver to this. As you saw in that video, the pivot was all off. All I did was take the screw out, and then I set the pivot in properly. You can see now it's flush, and it shows Wii. And then I tightened down the pivot. Now the centering is dead nuts. So the centering was good on this knife. It just, you know, obviously was off there. I cleaned up that rust spot as well as best I could without, you know, going crazy. And now the action is, I mean, it's as good as it was, except it's now centered. Yeah, I can still fail it, but great detent, great centering, and now it looks proper as well. So I just wanted to point out it is centered and everything. Everything's fine. It just needed an adjustment. I put Loctite in there to make sure it stays in place. So I'm not going to touch this for a couple days before I do the next video. So that's it. Peace!